is a day in which we honor the women, whether they're living or deceased, who gave us life, literally, and also the women who enhanced our lives figuratively. This is a good day to share life and love in heaven. I'm choosing heaven today. So let's stand and sing that very song.
I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road to heaven right now, singing I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing life today. I'm choosing life today. I am walking the road to heaven right now, singing I'm choosing life today. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road to heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing I'm choosing heaven today. I give thanks for the abundance in my life. I give thanks for the abundance in my life. I give thanks for the abundance as Spirit falls among us. I give thanks for the abundance in my life. I give thanks for all the bounty in my life. I give thanks for all the bounty in my life. I give thanks for all the bounty as the love of God surrounds me. I give thanks for all the bounty in my life. I give thanks for all the treasure in my life. I give thanks for all the treasure in my life. I give on for all the treasure. Giving back is such a pleasure. I give thanks for all the treasure in my life. I give thanks for all the treasure. Giving back is such a pleasure. I give thanks for all the treasure in my life.
Yes, we are told, it's written in Scripture, that I came that you would have life abundant. So we just sang about all the abundance in our lives. Welcome once again, everyone, and a special welcome to all mothers who are celebrating with us today. Is there anyone here who is with us for the first time? And if so, would you raise your hand? Okay, thank you. And we will be giving you a packet there of information about us. And if you wouldn't mind, there's a little card we ask you to fill out, only because then we can let you know of any special events that might be happening here at Unity on the Lakeshore. Let's take a look at the reverse side of the bulletin under what's happening. And this Wednesday, actually for the next 2 weeks, there still are 2 more weeks in which Martin is going to be teaching a class that is or has been teaching based on the book Jesus Christ Heals, written by the co-founder of Unity, Charles Fillmore. Also on Wednesday evenings at 6 p.m. there is a course in miracles, and then followed by a half hour of meditation. Also mark your calendars for May 29th, movie night at Unity on the Lakeshore. Veducated, and that will be at 7 p.m. Reverend G, do you have some announcements for us?
I do.
Okay.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Reverend G, and I'm very pleased to have you here on this Mother's Day, so happy Mother Day. If you look around, you probably have noticed some changes in our spiritual space, and that's because we have worked on these changes, and there's a lot more to come. Mary Dawson over there is a retired interior designer who is also an expert in Feng Shui, and she's drawn up some plans that she's shared. We have now a team, and we're working on refreshing our space to make it even warmer, to make our experience even more pleasant and more fulfilling, more whole. So we've started, and we have started with decluttering, cleaning and decluttering, which we've done a lot of this last weekend. And I hope you guys will get this. I mudded the holes, you see, from all the nails and screws we've removed. And I did that so I too can be celebrated on Mother's Day. Thank you for laughing. Patty didn't think it would fly. So there's a lot more to come. Now, if you walk downstairs, you will see that we've made some changes there as well, and there's certainly more to come. There are some color swatches against one of the walls in the community room when you go down there, and these are the colors that presently we are considering for our sanctuary. So please go down there, just get familiar with them, look at them, feel them, and then give us your feedback on what you think about that. And we will be communicating with you about all the changes that we intend to implement. So you will know about it all. In any case, right now, be prepared for change, expect it, and I hope you will, and you are looking forward to it as much as I am. So that's one of the announcements. Today, our special musicians are Patricia Patinga and Bill, whose last name I can never remember. Wilging. Is that right?
Not my fault.
Not his fault. Okay. So Patricia Patinga and Bill Wilging, not his fault. And they brought 2 CDs with them that are available, and they are I just love them. So I recommend their music. It's just absolutely lovely. And approach them after the service if you would like to purchase their CDs. You have several copies. Is that correct?
Yes, they can approach us even if they don't want to.
That's right. That's right.
That's really nice.
And I will use this moment to say goodbye to you for just a little bit. Patty and I are flying away on Tuesday. We're going to Hungary and Austria. We'll be doing a little bit of traveling in Europe. And we'll be there for 2 weeks. So I hope you will miss us as much as we will miss you. And looking forward to having you back. In the meanwhile, you will have some very worthwhile speakers. 1 week it'll be everybody's favorite Fred Stella. And then the other week, Brett Kuhn, Marie Kuhn's son, whom we also have learned to love and like. So that's all I have for right now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Reverend G. I'm smiling because I'm just so fortunate to be able to be platform assistant once again when Bill and Patricia are with us. And I'm also smiling because I'm not going to say their last name, because every time I've said it wrong, and I'm so glad that you had to ask, because I had made up my mind I was going to just introduce them as Bill and Patricia, and it's an honor to have you with us. We're thrilled if you would give us some special music. Thank you.
Now you know why when we married, we just kept our funky names. Hyphenated, wouldn't that have been fun?
Who could say it?
I know if I get 10 miles out of Grand Rapids, people won't know how to spell or pronounce my name. This is a song I wrote. It's a comfort song. It's a song for all of us to sing to each other, for mothers to sing to children, for children to sing to their children, and for you to sing with us today a little later, I hope. It's also a waltz. Think about wind, think about rain, think about birds on your window pane, think about wings and how they can fly. Think about me and how I love you. I love you. Think about moon, think about sun, think about darkness when day is done, think about stars that light up the sky. Think about me and how I love you. I love you. Roses are red, cherries are too, peaches are peachy, blueberries are blue, valleys are low, mountains are high. You are who you are, and that is why I
you. We invite Martin forward to light the Christ candle and prayer.
The Christ light, represented by this flame, is that aspect of our being which is divine in nature, a spark of the divine, if you will. It is the power by which we live, move, and have our being. Let us pray. Today we celebrate the divine aspect of God as God Mother, the feminine. We open our hearts and allow ourselves to be held in the arms of the loving Mother God, nurturing us, protecting us, and loving us as only a mother can love. Thank you, God. So it is.
Thank you, Martin. Unity on the Lakeshore has a vision. Will you say it with me? Every life a spiritually transformed life. Thea, will you please come forward and read our daily word for us?
You know, this cold weather is just a glitch. We're gonna have the warm soon. I bless mothers and all who give from their hearts to care for children. Love is essential for a child to thrive and grow, and today we celebrate and honor maternal love. With gratitude in my heart, I bring to mind my own mother. In my heart, a motherly figure, I give thanks for the one who nurtured and guided me. Stood by me, I will start over. With gratitude in my heart, I bring to mind my own mother or a motherly figure. I give thanks for the one who nurtured and guided me, stood by me through difficulties, shaped me into the person I am today, connected by a love that transcends time, distance, and circumstance. We are one in the love of God, forever linked and blessed. Mothers of the world, may you be blessed, knowing you are loved and appreciated. God is the source from which all love emanates, and you are an expression of God's love as you tend to those in your care. From Genesis 17, verse 16, I will bless her, and she shall give rise to nations.
Today we do celebrate all those who nurture one another. As a church family, let us say together our affirmation of faith. There is only one presence and one power in me and in the universe, God the good, omnipotent. One presence, one power. Let's sing. One power.
One power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angel's wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. We remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angel's wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angel's wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, 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 one power. One power.
Let's prepare for quiet time. We do this by sitting comfortably in our seats, allowing them to support us, and breathing deeply and fully. Bringing our attention towards the center. moving closer now. We sense the presence of the divine within. Take a deep breath. Exhale fully and completely. Rest in divine presence. One aspect of divine mind is joy. The joy of being. We see this joy expressed in nature. By the fawn, frolicking in the meadow. Otters sliding down the mudslide into the water. And returning to the river. Naked eagles clasping each other's talons and falling towards the visible spiral. And releasing at the last instant to soar again to the heavens. Be that joy. The joy of life. Go deep into that joy today. Now rest for the time in the silence. As we prepare to return our attention to the present, we remember that we are enlivened and full of divine grace, poised and ready for whatever the day brings. And now I invite you to turn to open your eyes. Thank you, God.
Get ready, my soul. Well, I thank you all for contributing to creating this wonderful experience on Mother's Day and really every Sunday here at Unity on the Lakeshore. I love how Suzanne stretches us and introduces us new songs that takes us to new levels of wholeness and consciousness and beauty and depths of soulness. I thank you for that so much. And Martin, for your meditation, which always ministers to me. I'm grateful for your music. That is such a blessing to us. Nan, thank you for serving us on the platform. That's a treat as well. Barbara and Emmy for welcoming us warmly. Flowers by Marilyn. I don't know who is doing hospitality today. I apologize for that. Okay, Diane and Betsy, thank you very, very much. And Dave for manning the AV. So happy Mother's Day. Now, mothers, I bet you had no idea that when they first handed you that bundle of joy, and they said, congratulations, that you actually had signed away the rest of your life. You mortgaged it away, and you made sure that your happiness would forever depend on the happiness of your child. And that is such a special space to live out of. When I was preparing for this talk, it just wasn't coming together for me, you see. I had one very strong idea that kept coming back to me, and that's letting go. But then I thought about one aspect of it, but I realized I didn't think about the other aspect of it. I thought a bit, and why didn't I? Because I'm just a mother, not a mother. So I didn't think about the mother aspect of it, and that is very special. My mother always, she never fails to remind me that I will never be able to know what a mother feels like because I don't have children. And I suppose that's true. I suppose I don't know what it's like to live with that concern, or I shall call it fear, that something would happen to my child that is undesirable, that may be painful for my child, and that I'd be willing to do just about anything in this world to stop that pain, so my child would not suffer. And how difficult it is to witness a child suffering while you're feeling completely helpless and vulnerable beyond belief. And I think that if I had a child, honestly, I would just always buy a bigger cage as they grow. I would do that for them. To make sure that, I protect them. And in comes the letting go, which I think is one of the hardest lessons to learn, to let go. To understand that just like when you were a child, you had to learn your lessons, and you did. So will your child, and it'll be okay. That it'll somehow be okay. And when you let go, you deal with your fear on a very different level. Because, you see, this is how I see it. Mothers and children initially come together in total vulnerability. The mother is vulnerable, the child is vulnerable. And in that vulnerability, magic can happen. When hearts connect, special bonds are formed. And in that vulnerability, tragedy can happen. Because all mothers are not necessarily ready to be mothers. Because all mothers are not necessarily good mothers to every age group, you see? My mother was a very good mother for infants, for toddlers, but once we started growing, if she didn't have the cage idea before, then it came to her, you see, as we started growing. So out of fear, because she knew what life was out there, that there was real danger, real pain, and real possibility for getting hurt, out of that fear, she wanted to protect us. And to me, that looked like limiting my life To me, that looked like limiting my possibilities, my options, by suffocating me. And understanding the difference between limiting and between helping one to cope with whatever comes in life. Therein lies the magic of good mothering, the secret of good mothering, of understanding where is it that I let go and where is it that I hold on. And I tell you what, if more mothers knew that, there would be no need for us therapists. So when I was thinking about my talk, the reason it wasn't coming together initially is because I didn't really focus on what a mother must be going through when all I feel is suffocated. You see what I'm saying? That helped me understand that we're all doing the absolute very best that we can at the level of consciousness, of understanding, and emotional well-being that we are at the moment or in that time. We all do the very best. And all of a sudden, I realized what was missing before from my talk as well as from me, and there was compassion. So, if there is anything I want to convey today to you, mothers and children, is compassion. And extend it to each other. Because children do the best they can. Mothers, parents do the best they can. Does that make any sense? So that's how I want to set the ground for today's talk. Now, I probably can't elaborate enough and well enough and adequately enough on a mother's experience because, like my mother never fails to remind me, I do not have my own child, I only have my dogs. And I kid you not, if there was a big famine, I pretty much would feed myself to them little by little. So that's how much I love them. And Patty says, who has 3 children, gee, you're only saying that because you have no children. So there I go again. I probably can't adequately speak into the experience of a mother, but I recognize the love, I recognize the compassion, and I recognize the fear. And that when that fear goes unchecked, and I understand that the fear is motivated by a sense of needing to protect. Can you mothers relate to that? Yes. So the fear is motivated by that, but still fear just does not produce love. It never does. Fear produces that of its own kind. It produces more fear. So if out of that fear you allow yourself to be an anxious mother, then there's a good chance that that anxiety is the milieu in which your child will grow up. And if that child's really lucky, they will not take on that anxiety as their heritage, the gift that keeps on giving. But chances are that they will also inherit and internalize that sense of deep anxiety, you see? Except the child no longer or doesn't yet know what it's motivated by. To the child, it only comes across as anxiety. We go through life with anxiety. So the child then, and you know that from yourself, because whether you're a mother now or not, you were a child at some point, that which happens in the family, those limiting, those boundary settings, when your needs, the first time they don't get met, regardless of how small you are, you internalize that. You see, when I was a baby that always wanted to be held. And I can relate to that because today too I really like physical affection. But my mother had to always carry me in her arms, and she had 2 other children who were a little older. She had plenty on her hands. She didn't need me always on her arms. So I was 9 months old, and they butchered a pig. And that requires a lot of labor, and my mother really needed to be there. And as soon as she put me down, I would just scream and yell with all my lungs. And she didn't know what to do. She was very frustrated and helpless. So she took me to the inner room, the room farthest from the kitchen and where all the happenings were. And she put me on the bed. And she turned the radio on loud as I was screaming. She was trying to fade out my screaming. And she closed the door and said, "I hope she makes it." And so I died, went to heaven, and came back as an angel just for you to talk. So about 3 hours later, I'm 9 months old. 3 hours later, my mother returns. And there I am sleeping like an angel, not dead at all. And after that, I never cared to be picked up again. And most of my life, I struggled with abandonment issues. I was always petrified of being abandoned and always thought that I would be abandoned. And when I was preparing for this talk, I realized that I haven't had that issue in some years, not that many years, maybe 4. But so most of my life, I struggled with deep, very serious abandonment issues. Now, you see why my mother did what she did? You probably would argue that, hey, she could have done better than that. She could have hired a babysitter, but options were very limited back then. And however, I internalized it. So I grew up having abandonment issues. And this abandonment issue didn't just stay in regards with my mother, it metastasized like cancer. It metastasized into other relationship. It spilled over into other relationship. I expected the same abandonment from others. It spilled over into my relationship with God. That God is not there for me either. Of course, it took me a long time to realize that wherever I am, God is. And I'm sure that too helped with my abandonment issues. But you see how that happens? So the message that came through to me very clearly is, let go. There comes a time when all these negative messages that we've internalized, and we've allowed them to rule our lives, every aspect of our lives, they no longer have power over us unless we allow it. And if you had a mother that was not able to mother you, and I promise you that each of you had a mother who wasn't able to mother you at one point or the other, the way you needed to be mothered, let it go. Let it go. And if you need mothering now, do it yourself. You absolutely have it in you to love yourself, to affirm yourself, to justify that which you're doing, to give yourself the freedom to be who you are. Your mother may have limited that at some point for reasons of her own. Let it go. Now you're saying, okay, say I let go. What do I get in return? Because I sure want something in return, right? You get to live a real life. You get to experience real relationships without unrealistic expectations that you either project onto others or onto yourself. You get to rewrite your understanding of the divine, of that Father in heaven that either grants you that which you want or not, and to understand that God is within. Wherever I am, God is. In return, you get peace of mind. In return, you get to experience yourself in a way that I believe Jesus meant that when he said that, I have come so you may have life and you may have it abundantly. I believe that in return, you will get to love without fear, and love so much that through that love, the source of love is exposed. That you get to live so truly that through your life, the source of life is being recognized. And that by letting go, you allow yourself to be all that you can be. Now, I believe that that's what it means to live life and live it abundantly. And as long as we hold on to grudges, as long as we hold on to these stories, my mother should have been like this, my child should have been like that, we keep arguing with reality, we keep fighting reality, and one thing that does not live there is peace. So if you desire a life of peace, if you desire real connection with yourself, with others and God, let go. And I know you can, because it's been done before. Many times you have done it. I have done it. We all have done it. So what you did once, you can do again. If you've never done it, it certainly isn't too late. So mothers, children, let go. And in return, bask in peace. Lack of fear, think about that. No fear. Allowing everyone to show up the way it is true for them. Taste that. Imagine that. Imagine that world. You know, when you're looking for a partner, what's your first consideration? I want them to be tall, thin, skinny, brunette, blonde. We have all these, I want them to be eloquent speakers. I want them to be meditators. I want them, you know what I'm saying? You have this list. And you got it wrong right there. Because it's none of your business how someone else shows up. You know what your business is? And we don't explore this enough. How do I wish to experience myself in the presence of the love of my life? I want to feel respected at all times. I want to never worry about them not telling me the truth. I want to heal in the love that they can offer me. I want to feel free. I never want to experience jealousy from them, through me. I don't want that. So your business is to define how do you wish to experience yourself in a relationship. And then the person that shows up to fill in that role can look any way, because you will recognize how you feel. You will never be able to recognize how they are, but you can always recognize how you feel in their presence. Does this make any sense? Now, does this allow for freedom of expression? Show yourself exactly the way you are. I have no expectations for you. I just have expectations for how I want to feel in your presence. That's my business. The rest is not. So choose peace. Mind your own business. And you will know life. And you will know it abundantly. So happy Mother's Children's Day.
Thank you, Reverend G. Another lesson in living life to the full. And now it is our honor, our opportunity to be able to give. So let us say the offertory affirmation together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am thankful. And now, once again, we're also honored for Bill and Patricia to be able to see their gifts that they have brought to us today.
And Sandy and Suzanne prepared a special presentation. Sandy did. Thank you, Sandy, so much. Enjoy.
Almost made me think I should sing that old blues song, Mind Your Own Business. That's for another time, perhaps. This is a very old song, specifically for Mother's Day, with a little bit of something in the middle that maybe modernizes it. Are we ready? M is for the million things she gave me. O means only that she's growing old. T is for the tears she shed to save me. H is for her heart of purest gold. E is for her eyes with love light shining. R means right, and right she'll always be. Put them all together, they spell mother, a word that means the world to me. Now everybody has a mother, that's a given of our birth. And we have our other mother, our first mother, Mother Earth. And if we are fortunate, we have a Mother 3. She has invited us to be her family. Though she did not bear us, she has loved us from the start. Children of her spirit, of her home and in her heart. To you who nurtured, taught and loved us all the way. Thank you, Mother. Have a happy Mother's Day. Thank you, dear Mother. Have a happy Mother's Day. done to help me. R means right and regular, you see. Put them all together, they spell mother. A word that means the world. You know you mean the world. A word that means the world to me.
We acknowledge these love offerings, these gifts, for more than the substance, but also for the positive intention for the continuation and growth of unity on Lakeshore. Bless the giver, bless the gifts. Thank you, God.
Let us all stand and say the prayers of protection and say peace together. The light of God surrounds us, the love of God